If you can ascend a flight of stairs without struggling to breathe, you're outperforming many. It may not seem like a grand feat as you're making your way up to your bedroom or grabbing a bite in the kitchen, but it deserves acknowledgement. Ascending stairs goes beyond mere elevation. It's an understated evaluation of your fitness. Research indicates that with advancing age, cardiovascular endurance often declines. A report from the American Heart Association notes that by age 70, your aerobic capacity could have decreased by up to 40% from your 30s levels. That's a substantial decline, yet it's not inevitable. The key point is this: stair climbing activates your heart, lungs, and muscles simultaneously. It's an efficient, all-in-one exercise that requires no gym. Actually, an intriguing European study involved participants over 60 climbing 3 flights of stairs. The goal wasn't to torment them, it was to assess who could complete it in less than 90 seconds. The findings were revealing. Those who succeeded had a markedly reduced risk of heart issues over the following decade. Indeed, this basic activity served as a predictor of long-term health. Now envision this. At 70, you're visiting a friend in an apartment complex and the elevator is broken. Do you sigh and wait in the lobby for them to descend? Or do you stride up the stairs assuredly, perhaps even turning it into a lighthearted remark about accumulating steps? If you're in the second category, you're not merely managing the stairs, you're mastering them. The capacity to climb without exhaustion, akin to a marathon, signifies that your heart is operating effectively. Your lungs are supplying oxygen adeptly, and your muscles are holding strong. Thus, if you can accomplish it with minimal effort or just a slight sheen of perspiration, you're succeeding. Not everyone shares that ability, which makes your stair climbing skill something to cherish. The next time you opt for the stairs, consider bypassing the elevator intentionally. View it as your own celebratory circuit. Next, the ability to remember your lunch from the previous day may appear insignificant. After all, who tracks every meal meticulously? Yet upon reflection, memory is crucial to the aging process. It's not solely about recollecting food, it's about sustaining an alert, keen mind prepared for upcoming tasks. Cognitive deterioration is a legitimate worry as we age. The Alzheimer's Association reports that approximately 1 in 9 adults over 65 deals with some degree of memory loss, affecting about 11% of that demographic, which could give one pause. But the positive aspect is this: if you can readily recall enjoying a tuna sandwich with chips, or that piece of chocolate cake for dessert, it indicates your brain is operating at full potential. Memory, similar to a muscle, strengthens with regular use. The more you stimulate it, the more robust it becomes, like an unwitting mental exercise. Recalling a straightforward detail like lunch exercises those cognitive faculties. And if you can also remember the lunchtime discussions or a humorous remark from someone, that's an added bonus. Picture a family dinner where your grandchild inquires, "Grandma, what was your meal yesterday?" You grin and reply promptly, "I enjoyed a large salad with grilled chicken and an exquisite slice of apple pie." This not only highlights your recall, but also fosters bonds. Exchanging those minor daily specifics maintains your ties to your surroundings. Memory links to various elements, such as an energetic routine, nutritious eating, and consistent mental stimulation. Research demonstrates that routine pursuits like reading, tackling puzzles, or conversing with acquaintances can keep your brain active. Incorporating a diet with memory-enhancing items like berries, nuts, and green vegetables provides further support. Therefore, if you can laugh over yesterday's meal, recall the ensuing treat, or narrate an amusing anecdote connected to it, you're achieving more than mere remembrance. You're affirming that your intellect remains engaged, resilient, and equipped for future endeavors. Continue nurturing those recollections, their modest triumphs deserving of recognition.
Now, consider balance, but not the metaphorical kind of managing daily demands. That's a separate challenge. Here, it's the physical skill of standing on one leg for 10 seconds. It may resemble a playful act for children or a yoga demonstration, but this modest action is actually a key indicator of longevity. Imagine being in your living room, challenged to balance on one leg for 10 seconds. It feels straightforward, doesn't it? However, scientific evidence suggests otherwise. A study in the British Journal of Sports Medicine revealed that individuals in their 70s who could maintain this balance for 10 seconds faced 50% fewer severe health issues in subsequent years. Precisely 50%, like an innate ability needing only concentration and rehearsal. Balance transcends mere poise or elegant stillness. It's an intricate blend of power, synchronization, and cognitive attention. When balancing on one leg, your body exerts extra effort to remain stable. Muscles contract, your core engages, and your brain dispatches directives to prevent swaying. It's a remarkable display of harmony that profoundly influences your general well-being. Now, picture strolling in the park and spotting a 70-something person seamlessly balancing on one leg, perhaps to limber up or impress the youth. Regardless, it's striking. Holding that pose for mere seconds isn't just a novelty. It signals robust muscles and precise coordination. If you can emulate a flamingo without faltering, you possess a physical command that many younger people would admire. It demonstrates harmony with your body, marking a significant success. Moreover, preserving balance lowers your chances of falls and related health risks. So whenever possible, attempt standing on one leg for 10 seconds. You might be amazed at what it reveals about your health and vigor. It's among those subtle feats that, when achieved, let you confidently declare, yes, I'm excelling in life. Now, let's discuss something invaluable: the pleasure of a robust laugh. The type that rumbles your abdomen, tears up your eyes, and crinkles your face like a joyful prune. If you can still appreciate humor in life's oddities, tell jokes, or giggle at absurdities, you're triumphing not only bodily, but also emotionally and psychologically. It's beyond a mere response. It signifies endurance and a healthy emotional foundation. Humor isn't simply entertainment. It's intrinsically linked to emotional fortitude. Stanford University research highlights laughter's tangible health advantages. It lowers stress hormones, enhances immunity, and increases pain endurance. That's accurate. A hearty laugh provides more than momentary uplift. It delivers genuine physiological gains. Recall those occasions when you've laughed uncontrollably, leaving your sides aching. That profound abdominal laughter is your body's method of releasing beneficial endorphins, akin to a natural tension reducer. As years pass, life delivers its challenges. A relative relocates, a medical issue arises, or the pace of change accelerates. Yet humor intervenes as a protector. It cushions hardships, renders difficulties more tolerable, and promotes flexibility. In overwhelming moments, the capacity to self-deprecate or spot wit in circumstances reflects emotional sophistication. It proves you can adapt to adversity. I recall an older acquaintance who shared the most amusing tales from her youth. She reached the climax, erupted in youthful laughter, and it was evident how that basic laughter infused her with delight. Despite numerous hardships, she invariably discovered humor. She wasn't merely reacting to a quip. She was embracing life's unpredictability with mirth. Thus, if you're still enjoying your preferred comedy show, jesting with companions, or even chuckling at your errors, you're surpassing amusement. You're confirming your inner strength endures, keeping you emotionally robust and prepared for the future. That's a victory every time. Let's address an element that may not appear monumental, but really is: social bonds. If at 70 you're actively cultivating friendships or forming new ones, you're accomplishing what many find difficult. Loneliness represents a major hurdle for many seniors. That subtle, encroaching isolation that can gradually dominate, particularly when contacts dwindle or circumstances shift, leaving you adrift. It's more prevalent than assumed. The National Institute on Aging states that 30% of those over 70 endure notable loneliness, nearly one-third lacking the social ties that infuse life with energy and satisfaction. But the encouraging truth is, if you're persisting in social outreach, contacting longtime pals, or forging fresh relationships, you're leading the pack. Evidence indicates that robust social ties correlate with extended lifespan and superior mental well-being. You're genuinely benefiting your mind and physique through social involvement. So the next coffee rendezvous with a friend or shared laugh signals not just joy, but also prolonged vitality. It's interesting to examine regions like Japan's Okinawa, renowned for its supercentenarians, individuals thriving past 100. Researchers probing their secrets identified a key element: solid community networks. Okinawans embraced the notion that exchanging narratives, offering aid, and communal laughter are essential for health and fulfillment. They practice moai, lifelong support groups. Whether it's a long-standing friend circle or a recent social set, these links are invaluable. So if you're coordinating the regular reading group or maintaining a longtime coffee companion as your confidant, you're wealthier than you might realize. It's not about possessions, it's the depth of your interactions. With people to converse, confide in, and share experiences alongside, you're building an enduring heritage of love and solidarity that sustains you long-term. So continue nurturing those ties, initiating new ones, and being present for important people. You're not merely upholding your social sphere, you're ensuring mental acuity and emotional resilience as you age.
Finally, let's examine a routine daily element that conveys much about your autonomy: preparing meals. Consider entering your kitchen, accessing the cupboard, selecting preferred components, and creating a tasty dish. It might not register as noteworthy, but it affirms your continued capability. Cooking extends past combining items. It's about the dexterity to remain upright, the precision to slice, and the recall to adhere to instructions. It's also a gesture of self-care, regardless of cooking solo. Preparing food serves as a poignant affirmation of your self-reliance. Moreover, cooking surpasses independence. It's connected to improved wellness. A prolonged Swedish study discovered that seniors who prepared their own meals were more prone to balanced eating and faced a notably reduced chance of chronic conditions. Specifically, self-cookers showed a 25% lower risk for ailments like cardiovascular disease and diabetes. Hence, as you tend the stove or mix your go-to recipe, recognize you're exceeding hunger relief. You're proactively safeguarding your health and stamina. Beyond that, there's profound satisfaction in crafting from basics. It's not solely the outcome, it's the ritual. The sensation of working dough, blending elements, or meticulously assembling a dish imparts fulfillment. It's an interval where time eases, allowing full immersion in the moment, a mindfulness practice beneficial to your spirit. It also evokes recollections, perhaps replicating a family heirloom recipe or a travel-inspired fare. Regardless of the source, cooking embodies ingenuity and nurturing. So, if you're still at the counter making flapjacks, assembling greens, or simmering a robust soup, you're not just meal making. You're upholding independence, fueling your health, and affirming that age is merely a figure. You're tangible evidence that cooking's straightforward delight preserves vibrancy, vitality, and life engagement. And truthfully, who resists a lovingly prepared feast? Altogether, these 6 elements, ascending stairs, remembering yesterday's lunch, single-leg balancing, frequent laughter, sustaining friendships, and self-cooking, may appear minor individually, but collectively they depict a person flourishing. These aren't purely physical, they're emblems of toughness, versatility, and happiness. At 70, mastering them signifies a fulfilling existence and indomitable resolve. So, if you're 70 and handling these effortlessly, you're not merely succeeding in life, you're demonstrating that age poses no obstacle to wholehearted living.